بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. When people go through trials and tragedies, it's common for them to wonder why this is happening to them. And I think one of the most important sources of comfort for believers is their faith. It's the fact that we believe in a merciful creator, in someone who brought us into existence without needing to, and gave us all the things that we can't even begin to count so that we could flourish and grow and mature and be the people that we are. If we only thought about that for a moment, in the midst of the darkest hours, it becomes much more palatable. The tragedy, the pain, the tribulation becomes a lot easier to absorb. Why? Because you know for a fact that God isn't trying to punish you. He's not trying to inflict misery and pain. And that ultimately He wants what's best for you. A child who doesn't recognize their parents' love for them could be excused for thinking, why do they force me to go to school every day? Why do they inject painful needles in my vein in the form of vaccinations, for example? But we are adults and we should know better than to question God's decree. We should remember that no matter what happens in this life, ultimately, this world has someone who governs it, someone who's in complete control, someone who lets people exercise their free will when it comes to hurting others, but there is accountability at the end of the line. There is redemption, and there is forgiveness, and there is remuneration, and there is compensation, and there is punishment, and there is endless bliss. All of these mechanisms are put in place so that the perpetrators of evil have to face the consequences of their actions, and those who are steadfast and patient also reap the rewards of their actions. Think of the fact that Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam faces that act which is the epitome of barbarism and tyranny. The epitome of misery for a parent is to see their dead child. Imam al-Hussein is holding his 6-month-old infant who was slaughtered from the jugular vein to the jugular vein, and yet what he says is absolutely astonishing, and yet it goes to the very core of our faith. He says, هَوَّنَ مَا نَزَلَ بِي أَنَّهُ بِعَيْنِ اللَّهِ. What makes this bearable for me, what makes it easy for me, is the fact that God is witnessing it, God is watching, and God is in control. Our 12th Imam says something that should bring comfort to any one of us going through pain and misery. He says, إِنَّا لَسْنَا نَاسِينَ لِذِكْرِكُمْ وَلَا مُهْمِلِينَ لِمُرَاعَاتِكُمْ. Verily, we are not forgetful of you. We are not neglectful of looking after you, of bringing you comfort. وَلَوْلَا ذَلِكَ. He says this in his letter to Shaykh al-Mufid. He says, had it not been for the fact that I'm looking after you, I'm watching out for you, I am doing what I can to protect you. Had it not been for that, you would have been completely destroyed. You would have been eradicated from the face of existence. وَلَوْلَا ذَلِكَ لَنَزَلَ بِكُمُ اللَّأْوَاء. The worst forms of misery would have been brought down upon you. وَاصْطَلَمَكُمُ الْأَعْدَاء. And your enemies who are lurking behind every corner. Just think of how many enemies we have. How many parties, how many countries, how many agencies are out there trying to damage us and trying to destroy us. The Imam says they would have uprooted you. They would have destroyed you, but we are looking after you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.